Hello everyone, I'm going to give you a tour of my one bedroom apartment. It is a government subsidized apartment, one bedroom. I start off from the front. I made this little decoration, usually goes on the outside of my door. It's kind of an African jump the broom type of thing. Anyway, it's kind of a vintage apartment. When you come through that front door, you could be in a bungalow, you could be in a brownstone for all you know. Over here I have some of my 80s toys in this first shelf that I really love, stuff I used to play with when I was back in 1983, my little knickknacks. Was really excited to find this old Candyland game from way back in like 1979 from the Goodwill, snagged it up. Otherwise, I have a lot of this old furniture, which I love old stuff. I'm an old soul. Got my little picture frame right here with my family. Even though they get on my nerves sometimes, I put it right here on the table so I can look at them while I eat. Got some artwork that I really love. I like to cover up the ugly stuff with beautiful things. Hope I don't burn down while I'm trying to get this apron off this fire extinguisher one day. I covered up the chandelier with a large shade I found at the Goodwill. The kitchen, I put up a curtain just to give it a little bit of separation from the kitchen from the dining room. Kitchen is very enough for one person. It's enough for me. Enough for me. Gotta represent with Barack and Michelle. You know it. This is my little catch-all room. A lot of junk back there. You don't need to see all that. Anyway, it's a decent-sized kitchen. Plenty of cabinets. Plenty of cabinets to do what you need to do for one or two people in here, right? Come back out of here. Another piece of artwork. I gotta get it framed. I love that picture right there. Start back over here by the door. That's my little sitting area. Sit there and read. Sometimes I watch TV. I actually put my TV up when I'm not using it because I don't like to look at a TV all the time. So I put it in a box over there and I pull it out when I need it. Over here I have my desk. Rabbit. Don't get a rabbit. They will spray your house with all their stuff. I cover up his stuff in the corner. Books, bookshelves. My dolls, I love black dolls. My favorite, this one's the most beautiful handmade black doll I've ever seen. I got that in Texas. Somebody handmade her, got her at an antique Goodwill's antique junk store. I don't forgot. My mom gave me her from the 70s. I love her to death. Love beautiful black dolls. An old trunk, an old vintage quilt top. The bathroom. I forgot to make my little thing. Anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know these are like for elderly people and all that stuff, but if you don't like a low-lying toilet, get these little handicapped people toilets. They'll raise you up a good almost 5 inches from having to squat all the way down. So I have no shame about it. I painted it tan or cream. Have no shame at all about using those suckers, okay? Anywho, that's your bathroom. It's a full tub and shower in there. You have a utility closet. Come in your bedroom. Behind the door, I've got my favorite opera, Turandot. I've seen it in person twice. Turandot, a little sitting area. My favorite art on the wall. Favorite. Your little nook over here has your stereo and so forth. Love this wardrobe from back in the day. Beautiful. Love it. Backyard. You do have a front. Backyard's pretty decent for sitting out in, which is not everybody has that. My little, what do you call it? I can't think of it right now. Dresser, my little knick-knack, my little feminine stuff on there. A lot of the stuff is all used. Found it on eBay, Facebook, what have you. Drove all over America to get it. One piece here, one piece here, one piece in Georgia, one piece down here. So anyway, this is my bed. And what I decided to do was do a twin-size bed. Had I done a full or king or queen, it would have taken up so much more space in this room when you walk in. And I did not want to do that. So I said, you know what? I got this bed for free, but it didn't have the rail. So I'm like, you know what? I can still use it. I just slide this base piece out, leave it out, hop in the bed, put it back. There you go. I love this tablecloth I use for a backdrop, just to give the room a little extra depth, Just a tablecloth I put up on the wall. Vintage side piece I found somewhere. But anyway, if it's just you, I don't need a full king, queen bed. I don't need it. If I gotta get it done, I'm sure I can get it done with what I got. But otherwise, that's enough for me. And it opens the room up so much more to have smaller pieces of furniture. Not humongous pieces of furniture overcrowding the room. So now we're walking back out. And again, I chose even up here to not do a humongous sectional couch. If I needed that, I would make room for it. But I wanted to have smaller pieces of furniture to make the kind of open it up. You know, people love that kind of opened the kitchen to the. I don't like the kitchen to the living room open. I like the kitchen in a separate place, like I've got it. But otherwise, this is it. This is it. Plenty of space, and it doesn't feel crowded or anything. You walk in, and this is a government subsidized apartment. Okay, this was the fan, and I hate old fans from 80s and 90s, so I took down the fan blades. I don't own this apartment, so I have to keep them in good shape, put them in the closet, and I put up a lampshade with the little lace trim around it to make it look more feminine, and whenever I ever leave, I'll put the fan blade right back up. But otherwise, this is my apartment that I love to death, and I had a lot of great fun. I'm got to get that hair straight. Hold on, make sure that gel is keeping those sides down. You know what time it is. Anyway, thank you for coming to see my apartment, and I'll let you see yourself out. Bye-bye now.